Have you ever noticed how the smallest, most repetitive acts of your day actually build the foundation of your life? We often sort of glide through our morning routines or daily commutes on autopilot,
Yeah.
not truly appreciating the profound impact these seemingly mundane moments have.
It's remarkable, isn't it? These are the silent architects of our well-being, yet, well, we rarely pause to consider the cumulative power they hold.
Or the lessons hidden inside them.
Exactly, or the surprising lessons woven into their fabric.
And that's precisely what we're doing today. We've got this extraordinary collection of source material, a series of what we're calling daily adventures. They give us a window into the lives of two people, Mark and Anna. And this isn't just about what they do.
No, it's more than that.
It's about the intricate tapestry of their habits, the strength of their relationships, and, the quiet ways they learn and grow.
Our mission for this deep dive, then, is to extract those unexpected insights, the simple joys, and the profound wisdom often hidden within these ordinary days. We want to show you how even the most unassuming activities contribute to a well-lived life and, continuous personal evolution.
Okay, let's unpack this. We're starting with the intricate rhythms of routine, Mark and Anna's daily dance. Mark, especially, seems to thrive on structure. His typical morning kicks off at 6:08 a.m., almost like clockwork. Sun shining, alarms off.
Could go.
Exactly. And he feels entirely ready for the day ahead.
What's fascinating here is how his routine is almost, ritualistic.
Yeah.
From his precise sequence of self-care washing face, brushing teeth carefully, to his deliberate breakfast of tea and toast overlooking the garden.
Listening to the birds, feeling happy.
Right. It's clear that for Mark, routine isn't just about efficiency. It's a mindful practice that anchors his day with intentional calm. He even notes how happy he feels.
And then his prep for work, showering, choosing the blue shirt, black pants, packing his laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Very methodical.
Very.
But it's in the disruption of this routine that we truly see its impact. There's this one day he wakes up late, 7:30 a.m., and it's pure chaos. What does that frantic scramble reveal about his usual structured approach?
Well, it suggests a deep reliance on predictability, doesn't it? That oh no feeling isn't just about being late.
Yeah.
It's the disruption of his entire mental framework. He rushes, grabs only an apple and some bread, no time for the usual breakfast.
Runs for the bus.
Literally runs to the bus. And he even calls Anna from the bus saying, next time I will set 2 alarms.
Wow.
It's a powerful illustration of how deeply ingrained his routine is, and perhaps how vulnerable he can feel when it unravels.
That contrast really highlights his need for structure.
Mm-hmm.
But Anna, on the other hand, embraces a completely different approach.
Totally different vibe.
She prefers a much gentler beginning, wakes up later than Mark, and immediately goes into stretching exercises in the living room.
She prioritizes comfort and ease. You see it after her shower, comfortable clothes, breakfast of fruit like apples and bananas.
Yeah.
There's a distinct allowance for the day to unfold at its own pace, a kind of quiet, unhurried start.
And then there's that amazing moment she chose to wake up really early, 5:30 a.m.
The pancake morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just to make pancakes from her grandmother's recipe. The smell filling the kitchen, Mark's surprise.
And his comment, "You always know how to make mornings better." So lovely.
It is. How does this spontaneous gesture fit into their, contrasting rhythms?
Well, I think this contrast isn't just about different styles. It reveals how a predictable routine, like Mark's, provides a crucial anchor.
Right, stability.
While spontaneous acts, like Anna's pancakes, inject these vital moments of unexpected joy and flexibility.
So together.
Together, they create a truly dynamic balance within their shared life. It's not one or the other, it's the mix.
That makes sense. Okay, so from their distinct starts, they diverge into vastly different work lives.
Very different.
Mark's is the typical office environment. His commute by bus, though, is actually quite productive time.
Yeah, he uses it well.
Listening to podcasts to practice English, watching the city, even spotting neighbors like Mr. Thomas.
Mm-hmm. And his office routine is, again, very structured. Greeting coworkers, checking emails, writing reports on new projects.
Meetings with his manager, Lisa.
Right, who praises his good work, which is nice to see. And meetings with colleagues like James. It paints a picture of a, consistent professional environment.
And then there's that unexpected power cut at work.
Yeah.
What did that reveal about the office dynamic when, the usual rules were suddenly off?
Oh, the power cut is a perfect little case study, isn't it?
Yeah. How so?
Because when the usual facade of productivity is stripped away, it's those foundational human connections that emerge.
Oh, like playing cards.
Exactly. Playing cards, telling stories like David losing a shoe in a river trying to catch a fish, which is hilarious.
Right.
Those things emerge as the true resilience factor. It's not just filling a void. It's strengthening bonds through shared, kind of unconventional moments.
Interesting point. Now, Anna's work life, conversely, is much more flexible.
Completely. And deeply connected to her community.
She spends time working quietly at home on her computer, answering emails, but her day often branches out.
Indeed. We see her helping her sister with documents, which is lovely, then assisting at Emma's handmade basket shop.
Cleaning shelves, talking to customers.
Yeah, and Emma even gives her a basket as a gift. Nice little exchange there.
And then helping Mrs. Carter with her garden.
Right. Watering plants, cleaning tools, and crucially, listening to Mrs. Carter's childhood stories.
About growing carrots, onions, strawberries, pulling weeds.
It's a very hands-on relational work life, deeply embedded in the lives of others around her.
So different from Mark's office structure. Yet, despite their distinct daily paths, it's in the quiet unity of their evenings that they truly converge.
Absolutely. It creates this predictable, comforting anchor to their day.
Mark comes home, tired but happy, immediately greeted by the inviting smell of Anna's cooking.
Lentil soup, spaghetti, whatever it is, he smiles and tells her it smells amazing.
That shared meal seems like a consistent anchor.
It really is. And then they transition into shared post-dinner routines, cleaning the kitchen together.
Mark washes, Anna wipes the table. Teamwork.
Yep. Followed by watching the news, talking about their day, that simple yet powerful ritual of reconnection.
And those quiet moments later, sitting in the garden, looking at the stars, maybe making tea.
Talking about favorite books and movies.
It really paints a picture of their deep connection, doesn't it?
It does. And then it's preparing for the next day, brushing teeth, preparing clothes, checking the weather.
All while looking forward to shared plans, like a walk in the park.
These intentional small acts, sharing domestic duties or just quiet reflection under the stars, they aren't just chores or pastimes.
Oh, they feel like more.
They're deliberate reinforcements of their bond. They provide a sense of calm, a comforting close to their busy days, and they're also anticipating future shared experiences, building that future together.
Okay, so we've unpacked their individual rhythms and shared evenings. But beyond their personal routines, what truly enriches Mark and Anna's lives is this intricate network of connections they cultivate.
Yes, absolutely crucial.
Their partnership, obviously, is a key highlight. We see their mutual support everywhere.
Like Anna cooking for Mark.
And Mark helping Anna with her English practice. Shared responsibilities, discussions about work, plans.
And their affection and appreciation for each other are just woven throughout.
Yeah.
From Mark kissing Anna to compliments like, "You always know how to make mornings better," or "I'm proud of you."
Those little things.
It's clear that their bond is nurtured through consistent small gestures of care. Not grand pronouncements, just daily affirmations.
They also make time for shared leisure walks around the neighborhood, talking about maybe visiting a museum or a new restaurant.
Planning together.
And I love the reflection on their past, that memory of their first apartment.
Oh, yeah. Only 2 chairs, 1 small bed.
No curtains for 2 weeks.
Right. But still being happy with morning tea, what does this seemingly humble memory tell us about the foundation of their relationship?
Good question. What do you think?
Well, I think it reveals a profound truth. Happiness isn't dependent on grand gestures or, material abundance.
Right.
It's built on consistent, small moments, mutual respect, shared experience. That memory speaks volumes about their resilience, their ability to find joy in simplicity.
And how those early experiences really shaped their enduring bond.
Exactly. It's a strong foundation.
And beyond their immediate partnership, there's this incredible tapestry of neighbors and friends.
The wider circle.
Mark says good morning to Mr. Thomas and Mrs. Green. Anna greets Mrs. Collins. Just those small daily acknowledgments.
They really stand out, don't they? And it extends beyond just greetings. We see these small acts of kindness.
Like Mr. Parker bringing fresh eggs from his chickens.
Or Mrs. Collins inviting them to the spring festival. These aren't just acquaintances, they're part of a supportive community network.
Where reciprocity and generosity seem, common.
Yeah, it feels very natural.
You also see broader community interactions, like Mark seeing Mr. White walking his dog.
Or Anna buying bread from that boy with a cart for Mrs. Carter.
What does this dense network of connections signify for their overall well-being, do you think?
Oh, it underscores how a strong sense of community profoundly contributes to a feeling of belonging
Right.
and overall well-being. It's the constant, subtle reinforcement that they are part of something larger than themselves.
And we see extended family connections, too. Anna visiting her cousin Emily's new apartment.
They're unpack, cooking together. That's lovely.
And Emily's comment, moving is hard, but it also feels like a new chapter.
That perfectly encapsulates the mix of challenge and opportunity in transitions, doesn't it?
It really does. And there's even the idea of inviting Emily and her husband for dinner later.
Showing that proactive nurturing of these bonds, not just reacting, but reaching out.
And the intergenerational flow of family stories is beautiful, too.
Oh, yes.
Mark's memory of his father making pancakes and taking walks. Anna's memory of her brother David running with his homework.
Mrs. Carter's stories about her youth in gardening. Mark's Uncle Peter and his dog Charlie, the carved wooden bird.
These stories really weave the past into the present, don't they?
They do. And these aren't just anecdotes. They're vital threads connecting generations.
Passing down values, experiences.
A shared history. They deepen understanding and reinforce a sense of identity.
And we get another powerful parallel through Uncle Richard's family.
Right. Richard the carpenter, working from home with his tools hammer, saw, screwdriver.
Talking to customers.
Yeah.
Susan grocery shopping. The children, Grace and Thomas.
Engaged in their own learning and routines.
Exactly. Grace doing her English homework. Thomas fixing his bicycle tire, making sure to wear his helmet for safety.
Good detail.
They share family dinner time. Even learn from cooking videos together. How does this observation of another family reinforce the idea we're discussing?
Well, it highlights the transferable nature of these principles, I think.
Oh, so.
We see how routine, connection, and continuous learning aren't unique to Mark and Anna. They're woven into the very fabric of family life across different households.
From practical skills like carpentry
To academic pursuits, everyday tasks like cooking, learning is an integrated, ongoing process everywhere. It's just part of living.
And that leads us perfectly into our final section, the journey of lifelong learning and observation.
Mm-hmm.
English, for example, is a daily practice for both Mark and Anna. Mark listens to podcasts on the bus.
Integrating it right into his commute. Smart.
And Anna's approach is notably dedicated.
Very much so. She reads books from the library, simple stories for beginners like The Farmer and His Dog.
Watches English videos about daily routines, repeats sentences.
And works with Mark. She explicitly states her goal. Improve my English more every day. That's real commitment.
It's a testament to deliberate, consistent effort.
Definitely.
And we even see Richard the carpenter using simple English.
Right. To communicate with customers, reading labels on tools, writing short messages.
It truly shows that learning isn't confined to formal settings.
No, it's a living, breathing part of daily life and work. It underscores the importance of practical application.
And beyond language, they are learning in countless other ways. Anna learns new recipes from her mother and grandmother.
Like the pancakes and oatmeal, too. Connecting generations through culinary skills.
And practical skills are always being picked up, like Anna showing Emily how to cut onions safely.
Or Mark learning a new computer program and work. It's about constant, subtle skill acquisition.
Often without even realizing it's learning.
Exactly. There's also this powerful philosophy of persistence embedded in their observations. Anna watches that boy trying repeatedly to fly a paper airplane.
Right, and she thinks,
That's how we learn, by trying again. This connects directly to the idea that embracing failure, or at least iteration, is fundamental to any learning process.
that's a great little insight. They learn through stories too, as we mentioned.
Yeah, sharing childhood memories, family stories. It isn't just nostalgia.
No, it deepens their understanding of each other. It's a very organic way of gaining knowledge and empathy about where the other person comes from.
What's truly striking, though, is the role of observation and reflection in their learning.
How so?
Well, Mark has that quiet time looking out the window, just observing the sky, birds, people, letting his mind wander,
And he reflects on helping a child tie shoelaces.
which leads him to anticipate fatherhood. A quiet moment sparks a big thought.
And Anna's poignant contemplation on cleaning.
The missing the little socks as children grow.
It's such a beautiful thought on the passage of time, the bittersweet nature of life's phases.
It really is. Then there's their simple appreciation for moments like quiet evenings, fresh air, the smell of bread from the bakery. just noticing.
Being present.
Exactly. And their consistent curiosity is also evident. Their interest in visiting new places, like that village where people grow their own food.
To gain new ideas for healthy living.
It just demonstrates a continuous openness to new knowledge and experiences, driven by a desire for growth, never static.
So wrapping this all up, what does this all mean for us? When we truly take this deep dive into Mark and Anna's seemingly ordinary days, what we uncover is this rich tapestry.
Yeah, a tapestry of intentionality, profound connection, and continuous, subtle growth.
It's not merely about what they do, is it?
No, it's how they engage with their daily lives and the people within them.
It profoundly highlights that a well-lived life isn't necessarily defined by extraordinary events or grand achievements.
Not at all. But by the consistent, conscious cultivation of small, meaningful moments, their routine isn't just a schedule.
It's more.
It's a mindful framework for living.
Indeed. This deep dive into Mark and Anna's world really emphasizes the profound impact of intentionality in the everyday. So we want to leave you, the listener, with this thought. How might you bring more intention, more observation, and maybe more simple joy into your own daily routine?
What small deep dives can you take into your own life, perhaps, to uncover the nuggets of insight that are just waiting there?